there's always a little delay. All right, hey, how are you doing out there on YouTube? We are back live again from CanJam 2022, and I have a special guest with us today, Owen. Owen, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Owen Kwon from Inviction Inc. We are the one who introduces Astell Kern to North American customers. We're very proud and then excited about our new launch of the flagship model, SP3000.
Absolutely.
For the first time in this CanJam SoCal.
Awesome.
It's good to be back in the show, finally.
Finally.
Yeah.
It seems like the world is coming back, finally, after
yes.
a couple years. It is nice. So, well, let's talk a little bit about the SP3000. There's a lot of excitement about it right now. It's always, your designs are sexy, very easy to use, and always sound great. So tell us a little bit about what makes the SP3000 different from previous generations.
Thank you. I mean, we are very overwhelmed with the reaction of headfires and other audio lovers too. This is the new flagship that is replacing SP2000, the previous generation, introduced about 3 years ago. Now the SP3000, for the past 3 years, we didn't really, goofing around. Instead, we wanted to try different things, different technologies, and then try to stay on the course, which is that bringing back every detail possibly captured in digital music to the analog sound. So SP3000 has come with a beautiful look, but aside of that, we can talk about it a little later. The audio quality-wise, we've made a couple of different changes. The number one, we've been partnered again with AKM's Seikase's 4499 EX for the first time.
Cool.
And in that format. And now this unit can handle the native DSP to 512 and 32-bit music without any problem and very smoothly. Yet we also added the octa-core of new CPU for better, faster, and snappier user interface.
Right.
And we also made some tweaks on the user interface. So the device is now giving you the information that when you want to listen to the music, you don't need to go through the menus or selections. It just gives you some options. It even suggests some musics, and then boom, you can just listen to the music right out of it.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. This 3000 has been done. One of the innovative approach that we took for the first time in the history is that now we are processing the digital and then the analog signal separately in the circuits. So it is providing now a completely independent and separated circuitry that handles different audio signals.
It's very smart.
It gives you a lot clearer and then a lot lower noise level, noise floor, so that you can truly focus onto every tiny details without the hissings or other white noises. Especially
with sensitive IEMs or other sensitive headphones. Awesome.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it. Do you want to show the viewers out there a little bit?
Yeah. So this is the SP3000 that I'm holding. So on the home screen, there you go. Perfect. There you go. On the home screen, it is giving you the exact playback of music and an artist, and this carousel action has been a lot more snappier.
It's snappy. It's fast.
Thanks to the new CPU processor, and then every time you press the kind of home button, it suggests you different music of your preference based on the playback, and now. When you go back to the playback of the music, it just gives you all the details. You can quickly access to your music by just accessing to the main menus, or going back. From the right edge, it gives you the history of the playbacks and just on. So. All the user interface has been designed mainly focused onto the playback of the music, and now you can easily access to other features in case you need it.
Right.
And on the top, there are 3 different ports has been equipped with 4.4 Pentacon, and then 3.5 millimeter single-ended,
Excellent.
and then 2.5 millimeter balanced output as well.
Excellent.
And then the knob, the crown on the side gives you different color indication too, based on different resolution of your music.
I love that.
And then the playback status or the change of the volume too. Now, one of the other new and the very cool feature that I like about the cosmetics is that the body material. So both of the black and silver version of SP3000 is now made of 904L stainless steel, which is very durable and mostly used by fine watches for the watch band.
So it holds up for long periods of time.
Exactly.
That's smart.
It will give you continuous and then the same look from the day one to, day whatever, or whenever you're listening to your music.
I love it. Now, will this one be room ready as well eventually?
It is.
It is already right out the gates?
Yeah, I actually spoke to the room team last night. They let that all certified and then very compatible.
Awesome.
So we're promoting it with them as well.
I love it.
We're very excited to make this thing not only beautiful and sounding great, but also useful too, and then providing the convenience.
It's highly useful. So when you guys launched your SP2000T, you guys sent me out one to review for TSAV.
Yeah.
And I love room. And so, but I loved being able to carry this, or the SP2000T around my house, listening to music in whatever room I wanted to be in, and just jamming, and just the connection of your products with Rune is just, love it. Excellent. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think the people's customers requesting the demand is getting slightly more sophisticated.
Right.
But when we hit the right spot, we can just offer the pure sound and technology without compromises, which is not happening which is not an easy thing to do, but we're trying to do and stay on the course, which is just bringing back all the details as much as possible, so you be the judge of the music, of great performance or not.
I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So guys and gals out there watching, if you have questions for Owen about the SP3000, let us know. In the meantime, we're going to get to know Owen a little bit better right now and just talk to him about the kind of stuff he enjoys doing while you guys filter in any questions you have. So talk to us about what type of music do you love to listen to? What are some of your favorite genres or artists?
I think I listen to pretty much everything, and
me too.
I am quite open to the other kind of playlists or the radio suggestions of the new music, because it's always fun to find a new artist that I've never heard of, and then yet I can just submerge myself to the music, and then that actually helps me a lot to get going after a long day.
Oh,
and then,
for sure.
Other work and other stuff. So that's what I usually do when I'm listening to the music. Sometimes I go deeply into some African music band.
Okay, cool.
And then sometimes I go with the bossa nova all day long. Just dreaming myself being on the beach on Brazil. But
so you like world music,
I do.
Okay, cool.
And I think that's one of the power that music does give you, like reading a book instead of watching video. Because it gives you the room for imagination.
To transport you, right? To that place in time.
And it just gives you the nostalgia, but then it is not really overtaking your mind and then attention. So that I can really enjoy it on the background, but yet I can also have my own thoughts and then have my own development. So that's what I like about listening to the music in my life.
I love it. That's great. Awesome. And then, so when you're not working, when you're not listening to music, what else do you do for fun?
Oh man, well, hanging out with my kids are fun sometimes.
Sometimes I know I got a 4-year-old. Sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's like I get it.
And then I do like some sports.
Cool.
Personal sports of slight competition of bicycles and rowings. The indoor rowings though.
Cool.
And then those are the one. But what I care more about it is I am always very curious about how other people perceive the things that I perceive differently. So, and try to understand the logic behind of it. But a lot of it has to go back to their early days and then their educations or the cultural backgrounds.
Fascination with the human mind, basically.
Which is always fascinating and always fun to explore. And then sometimes I'm making new good friends too.
Very good. I like it. Cool. Let's check the chat and see if we have some questions here. says, oh, okay, this is a great question. Thank you, Christopher, for your awesome question, and thanks for joining us again, man. Do you have a favorite headphone pairing with the SP3000, or have you heard of anybody that that has had this product early on and they're like, wow, this is just a great headphone with these? Is there a synergy between them?
Yeah, so one of the things that I've tried for the first time at this show was pairing this 3000 with Imperial.
Oh.
And it was kind of mind-boggling because I thought the open style headphones have some tendency to be a little more dispersed the sound, or not too much too wide of the soundstage, or
unrealistic sounding, basically. Yeah.
But then that was pretty on top and pretty nailed. It does not really feel like closed headphones, but then it gave me a different impression on overall open type headphones. And then I personally do enjoy pairing this with the T5P Gen 2 that we've been offered, not anymore, but then that one has more quiet in the serene, closed cap, the headphone experience for me. So that's what I like too. I do pair this with some of the true wireless or other wireless earbuds or headphones too, because it does support the LDAC feature.
Ah, okay, so they talk directly to it.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
And sometimes you want no
convenience.
Cords. Convenience kind of comes a little better than the quality. So I do that. It's like I'm confessing that I do eat ice cream sometimes. Type of thing.
There's no doubt that having a true wireless IEM in your ear is super convenient at times, so I totally could get with that. The other thing I was going to ask is, what about, so in the marketing material, beautiful, you guys take great photos, by the way. As a visual artist, I just have to give you props for that. You had the Odyssey, which was a limited run IEM, right? So tell us a little bit about that, and you featured that with the marketing, how, and tell us about what people think of those two pairings too.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying all different collaborations with other earphone and headphone manufacturers. We do have a great respect on their history and the development experience. So that's where we come very carefully and then try to, make the best possible combination of both source and the delivery tool. And Odyssey has been one of the really well known and also the well reputed product from Empire years, but then I felt it has a slightly different signature than Odin's or other their flagship lines, and then that's because of the Empire Jack and everyone on the development side has been very kind and then patient for going through different iterations of making it more fitted to the audiences, and especially the audiences of using Astell Kern. And I think it came out really good.
Good. I got to check it out. So that's a limited. How many pieces are available for that? Because it's limited, right?
So globally 600 pieses, and then it's all sold.
600 pieces, guys and gals out there. So if you want it, they might already be gone. I don't know.
It's almost sold out at the moment after the 2 days of announcement.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a problem and the joy at the same time.
It's a good problem to have.
We're working on to get some more of the Odyssey so that we can offer it to the broader public.
So there might be another another run. Very cool. So stay tuned. Or if you haven't got them yet and you want them, you better order it quick before they sell out. Cool.
You can always come to the SoCal CanJam right now if you're nearby. So then give it a try to see how does it sound with the 3000 and then Odyssey.
Very good. I love it. So tell us about filters. So one thing I love, because I haven't had any hands-on experience with this unit yet because it's brand new. One thing I loved about the SP2000T was all the different filters you could do. Obviously that one had a tube stage. This one is not a tube stage. What kind of filters are built into this one?
So it has 3 different filters on the DAC filters that can make subtle changes. But one of the other feedback that we were getting from the reviewers or the general audience is that, hey, your volume control is too subtle, or your DAC filters are too subtle, because there's only so much that we can allow for the tonality of what Astell Kern should be sounding like.
Right.
So, yeah, our tolerance, I have to admit that our tolerance is slightly smaller and the subtle. Yeah. Rather than just making it too drastic or too spicy.
Yeah.
But there's a few DAC filters you might want to give it a try.
Okay.
It may give you different rollback or a little more mellow tone or a little more straight and then more crisp tonality.
Right.
Yeah.
So based on maybe the type of headphones. So if you got brighter headphones, maybe you want the little roll off, or if you need to add a little more and they're darker headphones, you have a little ability to change it up a little bit.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to check our chat and see. Okay. It says, what digital outputs does it have? Let's see.
It has a digital output. Well, let's say we can do the USB DACs or USB audio cables so that you can get it connected to the computer or the phone and using this as a sound card of a USB DAC. And then the other digital output could be I don't know whether we can call it as a digital output, but it is offering Bluetooth 5.0
Okay.
and then LDAC feature too.
Yeah.
So you can use it as a Bluetooth decoder of your music.
Sure.
So you can get that connected to your computer, connected over the Bluetooth, but then your computer sends the zeros and ones to the device. It will convert that into the educate level of analog signal,
Right.
so that you can listen wired from this
To the computer
ports, yes.
and then out. Very cool.
Yep.
Awesome. And then thank you for that question, Daniel, by the way. We appreciate you. And then Monty, I'm going to call you Monty for short. It says, what about Tidal offline music integration? Is that available yet?
So Tidal offline music integration used to be available when we were being able to put the Tidal app as native or one of the kind of a feature of the device rather than an app. But based on the customer's demand, we were requested by a lot of customers to have more variety of streaming options. And when we do have the streaming options on this device, this device cannot have the offline mode like your phone does, because it is not certified as a phone.
Sure.
So Tidal offline mode I don't think it's on the horizon.
Right.
And the best you can do at the moment is that just saving your playlists on your streaming, your choice of the streaming music service, so that you can listen to
that band or that playlist. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then the last runner says, how would you explain to someone who has not owned a DAP before the advantage of playing music from this compared to another device or a phone? Let's see. And pair it with an external DAC amp.
So the last rhino's question, I do get similar questions a lot from other customers too, or people who are still on the fence to jump into this head-fi.
They're new to it and they're trying to figure it out. Yeah.
And then I think if in his case he's already looking into Hugo's or other additional DAC amp kind of option, then I think he's already in the knee deep on this better quality of music. Then I would recommend the DAP or other dedicated device, because there are certain tasks that can be handled by generalists or general devices, such as smartphones or tablets or maybe your computer. But then there are certain tasks that definitely requires heavy-duty machine or dedicated devices, such as DSLR cameras or 4K RAD cameras, or these kind of a music-only playback.
The right tool for the right job.
Exactly.
And I'll give my take on this too. So, I own a Hugo too, but I also had a few weeks with the SP3000T in my house, and I enjoyed both devices very much. But there's something super convenient about just having this one device in your hand, basically, and being able to see the artwork on the album directly and not having to deal with that on your phone and then going back and forth and then talking to your phone to then talk to Hugo 2. And then you can move around the house. I mean, especially if you have in-ear monitors in, you could have this in your pocket. You could be cruising around the house, or I like to draw with my daughter sometimes. So, sometimes I'll give her one IEM and one for me, and we can kind of play around and just you know, all kinds of little fun things. So the mobility factor is also easier, and you get all the album artwork directly off of it without having to carry both the phone and another device. So that's something, me personally, I see as an advantage over just doing the phone and another amplifier DAC.
That's very well put. Yeah.
You know, so that's my use case, and especially if you got Roon, right? Because for me, my whole house is one giant Roon, and I have Roon endpoints everywhere, like, you know, exactly. In every single room. So having a digital audio player that is now also a Roon endpoint that's easy, and I don't have to carry both the phone and that, is I think where that sweet spot is for somebody that might be looking at a digital audio player. Mm-hmm. That's a great question, Last Rhino. Thank you for that question. Let's see if we have any other questions here. None right now. Okay, cool. So let's see. What's new on the horizon for Astell and Kern that you can share? You don't have to give away any secrets, but is there anything maybe in production or new that we can kind of just get excited and wait for?
I think we are in the, interesting mixture of the change of the technology and the change of the preferences or the habit of how to listen to the music. So a lot of people consume music rather than listening to it.
Yeah.
But then a lot of people are still looking for some convenience. Yet, there are a fairly large size of the group of people who does remember the quality of the music, that they were moved or they were touched by great performances.
Right.
So, music is always great at the certain right time and right moment when you are ready to receive the message.
Right.
So, for that matter, we'd like to try. We're trying our best to make this device more convenient and then readily available, and then can be everywhere in your lifestyle, so that it can offer you the option with a snap, but then without sacrificing too much of the troubles of going through the other setups, or you have to study some more of other technologies or different devices that you have to match and pair. I mean, that's another area of a hobbyist.
Sure.
But then for the purist who really wants to truly enjoy the music and then getting their energy back after 10 to 15 minutes of the listening, I think that's the customer that we are trying to serve the best.
You want the device to almost get out of the way and provide the experience so they can escape into the music and just make it an easy experience for them to have.
Exactly.
Makes
the
perfect
ideal
sense.
experience is that listener and the music, boom, it's simply connected. You just can get it with the full quality that you expect from it. And that's what we're trying to do with the new models and then other models on the horizon.
I love it. So how was it? So in the past models you were using Sabre DACs, correct? How was the transition moving from Sabre to AKM?
So we have a model with the Sabre DACs. We have a model with AKM.
Okay.
We have a model with the, I'm sorry, the name just escaped. What was that?
Texas Instruments?
No.
Burr Brown?
Not Burr Brown.
It'll come to us.
Yeah, sorry.
It'll come to us.
Yeah, that's I'm sorry that I forgot the name of it. But then, we do have different variety of the lineups that use different DAC companies.
So this wasn't necessarily a new venture into AKM, but the first time in your flagship.
That's correct. And then AKM unfortunately had their fire accident on their fab, and that was a big damage to not only to our business,
everybody,
but also
really,
everybody who could have been benefited. But now they finally came back to the market, and then they wanted to showcase their top of the best chipset, and 4499 that we adapted was, I think it was a great choice.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Excellent. All right, cool. Let me see if there's another one. We have here we go. You bet, Last Rhino. Thank you for the great question. Good to see you, man. Let's see. Native support for different streaming services like Apple Music is awesome. Also, that stainless steel black looks gorgeous. So he's giving you some props. Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate you, man. Ace of Spades, I have not had the chance to demo the Utopia yet, or anything else really. I've just been streaming and setting up and getting going, but this evening I'm gonna try, when it quiets down, to listen to some more stuff. And we do have a Utopia at our table, so I will be bringing it over and listening when it quiets down. But to be honest, like, as we all know, listening to an open back headphone in this environment is very challenging to get the true purity of the music, because there's just so much noise.
Yeah.
So, but I'm definitely gonna be listening for it. Yes, and other highlights of the show as well. I will keep you posted on that. And then let's see. Okay, it says, I'm not familiar with this. So it says, with this new model, can you still burn your CDs via the latest AK CD ripper to your SD card, as well as adapts internal hard drive?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, cool. So that's a big yes. Great question, Anthony. And then it says, furthermore, have you heard the Noble Focus Pro TWS for the SP3000?
I have not.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
So
That's an interesting combination, though.
yeah, I haven't heard it either. Sorry, buddy. Oh, Cirrus Logic, was that the other
Cirrus
one?
Logic,
Yeah.
yes.
Thanks, Christopher.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Anthony. Thanks, guys. You guys came through for us. I know somebody would figure it out if we can't remember. Awesome. So very good. So let's see. What are you most excited to listen to or see today? So I mean, obviously you're working here. You got to be at your booth, just like me. That's why I haven't had a chance to listen to anything. But what are some of the most exciting headphones you're excited to hear before the end of CanJam?
Yeah, I think the fun part about the CanJam is that pretty much half of the public or half of the people in here in first name basis, right?
Yeah.
And it's a big family of community of the people who shares the same passion. So it's always good to be reconnected with their latest and the new technologies. But what gets me also excited is the new companies that I haven't heard of, I haven't tried out, and then often they stays in the industry, and then they get much more of a appreciation from the headfires and the community. And yeah, making new friends with them is the other thing that gets me really excited.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. So let's see if there's any other quick questions. Otherwise, we'll probably wrap it up. And don't forget, stay tuned to the Source AV's YouTube channel. We'll be live streaming all weekend long. So this is going to keep going on. We have lots of different manufacturers to talk to. We're also going to start grabbing, probably tomorrow, we'll grab some of the participants and get some of their impressions on different things and talk to people live off the floor to see what they think of different headphones and different products. So stay tuned for that. So if you haven't followed this YouTube channel yet, make sure you follow it. Don't forget to smash the like button and share it with your friends or anybody you think might be interested. Let's see. Any other questions you can think of? Anything else you want to tell the viewers about anything product-wise?
One thing that I really do, want to point out during the interview is that Marcello, you and your team, and then also the whole team of the Source AV has been doing tremendous work of education and then information sharing, because there aren't many of the other third party or the independent dealers who are showing candid opinion. I don't know, maybe it's because of the Jason's personality or something, but I love you, Jason. But then, I really do appreciate you guys are just keep educating and then also sharing the latest and then the greatest technologies that's available at the time. And I'm really, really pleasant and, really a big fan of your work.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to get this in for review, and we'll do some video on it. And
absolutely.
I know I'll be jamming around the house again, just like I was with the
SP3000. Just keep punching my factory to
get some more.
Yeah, get some more. So I'll get back to you.
That sounds good.
Yes.
All right, guys. With that, if there's no other questions, let's take one more look. No, it looks like we're good. Thank you, guys and gals out there. We appreciate you, and thank you so much, Owen, for joining us.
Thanks, Mark.
And stay tuned. We'll have more videos coming to you guys soon. I'll post them all over. If you aren't following it, go to the HeadFi Impressions thread on the headfi.org.com, and you can see there's a thread. I'm dropping every live stream prior to going live, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes before, so you can always find it there, or you can also look on other forums. I'm trying to put it everywhere for you guys. So thanks again for watching, and with that, we'll wrap it up. Everybody, see you soon.